3 tips for how to get up to 50 times more nutrients out of your fruits and vegetables. Coming up. Hi everyone, this is Dr. Ernesto from AttaBoyCowBoy, and on this channel we give you health and wealth tips to help you be more successful. Now today I want to talk about how to get up to 50 times more nutrients out of your fruit and vegetables. I'm going to give you 3 tips. So tip number 1, how you prepare your fruits and vegetables. Now, when you cook fruits and vegetables, you can lose up to 98% of the nutrient. So remember, a lot of these nutrients are heat sensitive, like vitamin C. If you heat it up, a lot of it's going to be destroyed. So in the end of the day, if you cook all your vegetables and fruits, you could end up with just eating fiber or mush. You're not going to get a lot of nutrients out of it. But there are some fruits and vegetables, for example, tomatoes, which is a fruit. When you cook it, you lose plenty of other nutrients, but you'll actually gain others, like lycopene. So lycopene is released out of the tomato when you actually cook it. But that's actually more rare than the exception. It's actually better generally to eat stuff uncooked. Now, if you steam it, because I get a lot of patients who ask, what if I steam my fruits and vegetables? Well, steaming can cause you to lose up to 90%. So not as bad as cooking, but almost the same. Ideally, you want to eat stuff raw. Just dice it up, put some dressing on it, olive oil, salt, whatever it is you like. Eat it raw. If you eat your fruits or vegetables raw, then you can eat a small cup like this of vegetables, and it can have as much as a large, serving like this of cooked vegetables. It's a big difference. It's about 50 times difference it could be. So think about that when you're preparing them. How you're going to prepare them. You want to make sure they're exposed to as little heat as possible. Tip number 2, eat locally grown fruits and vegetables. Now, not only is it good for the environment because you're not having to transport stuff on boats or planes, but it's actually much better for your health. I'll give you an example. I live here in Los Angeles, so luckily I'm able to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables here in California, or I eat stuff that comes from Mexico since it's only 2 hours away. But if I see stuff in the market that says Chile or Ecuador or China or something like that, I don't buy it under any circumstance. And I'll explain why. Fruits and vegetables are basically like flowers. If you buy a bouquet of flowers, you notice after a few days they start to wilt and then they die. The moment you cut that fruit or vegetable, it starts dying. Even though it looks nice, it's dying and the nutrients start to decompose. They break down, so it starts losing nutrients. In addition to that, when you pick fruits or vegetables, let's say in Chile, like if I buy some nectarines or some peaches, they had to ship that over in a boat. So in order for it to last, they have to pick it earlier in the growing season. So I have to pick it when it's green. And although by the time it gets here and I buy it, it might look red and yellow and just as beautiful as the other fruit that I buy from here, it's not going to have nowhere near the nutrients, because in some fruits and vegetables, they produce up to 90% of their nutrients in the last few stages of development, which could be in the last few days, basically when they're changing colors. So you could have, like a green tomato, for example, it could be on there for weeks, and then all of a sudden in 1 day or 2 it turns red. Well, that's when all the nutrients, the majority of them, are being produced inside of the fruit or the vegetable. So if you pick them green, you're going to be at a significant disadvantage. You're not going to get all the same benefits. So you want to make sure that, again, that you're eating locally grown, so it's a lot fresher and it has a lot more of the nutrients that are supposed to be in it. Tip number 3, don't store your fruits and vegetables for long periods of time. Like, I know some folks go to the market and they buy once a week and they store it for the whole week. I mean, if that's your only option, that's your only option. But if you have a choice and you can go maybe twice a week or 3 times a week, that's actually better. It's better to buy fruits or vegetables in smaller quantities, consume them, and then buy more. Because again, the longer they sit on your countertop or in your fridge, the more time those nutrients have to break down. So you want to buy them and consume them as quickly as possible. And I'll give you an example. Berries, like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, stuff like that. If you ever buy those in the store, you'll notice like a day or 2, they already start breaking down right away, and all the nutrients start breaking down. So in that case, a lot of patients will ask me, well, doc, should I buy canned or frozen fruits and vegetables? Well, canned I do not recommend, because canned have to be heated fruits and vegetables to make sure that they kill all the bacteria inside of the can. So that's going to kill automatically most of the nutrients. But frozen fruits and vegetables are an excellent choice. They're really good. I actually went down to a farm in Fresno and I saw the process, how it worked. It's really interesting. They picked the berries or the vegetables or whatever the case was. In this case it was berries. And right there on the field, they actually do something called flash freezing, where they use, I think it was nitrogen gas. They freeze it, they put in the packages, and they send it off to warehouses or freezers or markets or whatever. Now, in the process of freezing it, you're gonna lose 20 to 30% of the nutrient. But that means that you're gonna gain 70 to 80% of it whenever you defrost it and eat it. Whereas if I were to buy those berries, have them shipped from the field to the supermarket to my house, maybe store them a few days there before I put them in my smoothie or my cereal or whatever, I might end up losing a lot more of the nutrients. So frozen is definitely a good option, and definitely consider it for your fruits and vegetables, because it helps retain a lot of the nutrient content to it. So I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, please comment below. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.